Hello everybody, making a quick video here to demonstrate a theory I have about how to capture a theoretical Bigfoot on video as opposed to with your hands. But anyway, here's New Jersey. Hello New Jersey. I'll zoom in on New Jersey here. And here's a little area that has some reports of Bigfooty type activity. In fact, me myself, I had rocks thrown at me right around here. And but anyway, I'm going to turn on the bird's eye, and we're going to get a view of the lay of the land real quick. Right here we have a reservoir, creek bed coming out of it, no surprise there. Another creek bed coming up this way. Power line trail through here. This is where I had the rocks thrown at me. There's a abandoned railway there that's a trail now. But anyway, we're going to use this area to demonstrate a little theory here. Now, it seems that most people are catching on to the power line connection as a way for a Bigfoot to be able to get from point A to point B fairly comfortably. Also, the railroad tracks have a lot to do with this, and so do the creek beds. They're usually sited near one of the three, if not more. Sometimes two, sometimes all. But generally not in areas where there's none. But anyway, here's the area. This looks like a saddie face, doesn't it? Like a little eye here, eye there. It's a saddie face. Aww. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Bigfoot, yeah. So, say generally, if you're a Bigfoot researcher or whatever, and you're out on a midnight hunt or whatever, and you're here, and a squirrel just comes flying out of the woods and narrowly misses hitting you in the head. Maybe even knocks off your hunting hat. Generally, what I've noticed is a lot of people who go out and hunt for Bigfoot tend to either stand there kind of spooked or either run directly into the woods. Now, standing there spook's not going to do you any good, and running into the woods isn't really going to do you much good either. These things obviously would know the land a lot better than you, and they seem to have the capability to hide very well. So, say there's a swampy area right here. That's pretty good cover, and if it's a dense enough swamp, most people aren't really even going to go into it, and they probably would. They've been reported to just go right in the swamps and the thick underbrush, wherever they can do to get away. So say you ran at it, and it's just going to run further away from you, basically like trying to catch a piece of dust out of the air. Every time you reach out for that piece of dust, it just gets further away, because the air from your, you know what I mean, I hope. But say you chased it here, and you know now it's just in here and you can't get to it. Well, then you pretty much, what was the point of chasing it? Even if it didn't go here, it could still outrun you and get up to the power line trail and run away. And that's part of the theory I have about the power line trails. Is not only is it a place for them to hunt and get from point A to point B, but it's also like escape routes. If they're uncomfortable or out of their element. Or they're away from their element, I should say, they're gonna, shoot up these lines to get back to where they're supposed to be. So, if you were here and instead of just chasing it, what you would do, or say you would chase it, but in a way that you're really going to try to terrify it, use its own shyness against it. In other words, be one step ahead of it for a change. You would probably want to have somebody here, right by this, where the creek comes up to the power line, and possibly somebody over here where the power line meets the road, where you might be able to catch it off guard. Now, there's nothing to say that if you started chasing it, it wouldn't cross the road. But the thing about chasing it is 9 times out of 10, it could probably just hide behind a tree or whatever. You really want to get this thing terrified. Now, since they're shy, it shouldn't be too hard to freak them out. You probably just need some lights. I would think like a megaphone with something that makes high-frequency tones that maybe people couldn't hear, but they could hear. Whatever might drive them nuts and just make them feel like the whole world's collapsing around them, the apocalypse is upon them, and get them moving towards their escape routes and where you would have somebody waiting. So whoever's here freaking them out, really, you have no hope of getting video, you have no hope of getting whatever. You're pretty much just setting Bigfoot up. and then the people up here would be waiting. Like I said, there's nothing to stop it from crossing the road. I mean, it's not foolproof. It depends on how many people you have. But the idea would be the people who are on the lines or are waiting, down maybe at the other end of the creek bed, would be as quiet as possible. And I like the idea of staying near roads where they're going to be a little bit more pensive about crossing. Maybe have their eyes open, but not actually be looking for somebody sitting there. But yeah, that's the idea in a nutshell. Is basically figuring out that the power lines have a lot to do with it, the creeks have a lot to do with it, and the railroads have a lot to do with it, and using the fact that these things are shy to their disadvantage. And there you have it. If anybody out there tries this and it works, let me know, because I don't have time to do this myself. And actually it would be by myself anyway, so I don't think I'd really want to be out there by myself. Actually having rocks thrown at me, I don't think I'd really want to be in this place at night. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.